This is interesting. AFC North positional and coaching rankings 2024. Wide receivers. Bengals, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins are 1. They got the Browns 2 with Cooper, Elijah Moore, Jerry Jeudy. Ravens 3 with Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Nelson Aguilar. And the Steelers with George Pickens and Van Jefferson 4. The interesting thing that I'm really curious to see how Chase and Higgins play given both of their situations. Wide receiver is a rough position. You got to be all out. And I'm not even remotely saying there's going to be business decisions made there, but if I'm one of those guys, I have a huge life-altering, generational money coming at the end of this year. I got to make sure I get there and get there healthy.
Yeah, especially Higgins, who's like, this is a definitive contract here. They're not going to tag him in back-to-back years. So this is his year to go out there and make a case that he is a high-level number one. I don't know if he's going to do that, especially with Chase being there. You might not see the volume that he would normally see. But you're right. You might see some business decisions getting made, especially if he's not feeling 100%, maybe taking himself out of games just to not put bad things on tape. But it's hard to argue if you look at that wide receiver cores in this division that they're not the top. I would argue the Browns are deeper, but at the same time, like Jamar Chase is a top 5 receiver, and Higgins could be a 1 on several teams. One team I wouldn't have him as a 1 on is Cleveland. I would take Amari Cooper over T. Higgins. I think he's just more versatile. Now, if you're asking for the next 5 years, that answer is different. But for 2024, I would take what Cleveland has. I think Cleveland's a clear-cut number 2 on this list, just because of their high-end depth with Jeudy, Moore, Tillman. I like that core a lot. It drops off significantly when you go to Baltimore, and then when you go away to number 4, I'm not trying to send strays here, but Van Jefferson making any list like this, that is not a endorsement of your personnel department if you are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, well, imagine how Russell Wilson and Justin Fields feel if that's our wide receiver too. Okay,